Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library, the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This week we're taking a look at Google History, not only the history when you're using Google, but as well as the cache and the cookies. And we're just going to do a little bit of explaining of what these different parts of the Google Chrome are and how you can use those to your advantage and how you can also delete and change things if you would choose. So the first thing is with Google History, you can find the Google History anytime that you would want by simply going to a tab and doing the @ symbol and history. Now, if I click here and I go @ history, what you're going to see come up is the history of everywhere that I have been on this machine, and it keeps that for 90 days. Notice I've got out here to the side, I have the time, I have the location. I'm using Loom as my recording here, so that's why you see that as the most recent. And then out here to the side with my 3 dots are the actions that I could choose. And if let's just go down here to where the auditor is. Notice here I clicked here and I started. So I could remove that if I were to choose to, but I'm going to go down here where the auditor one is, and I'm just going to simply go more from this side or remove from history. So I could simply remove this single site that I went to and just go down to remove from history, and now it is no longer part of my history. It does keep the history as I had put back here. It's going to keep the history for 90 days. The other option here when I was at history, this is one location where you can clear your browser data as well. If you would choose to, that's one way to do it. There is another way, which I'll show you. So then this second thing we're going to look at here is the cookies. So when you're doing something with cookies, you can log, this in is here by mistake, cookies. If you would want to log back in to a site, this should say log back in instead of log back, just the letter N. And then also with cached images and files, you can have faster loading. So in other words, when I go up here and I simply go to my 3 dots is where I want to go. Click here on my 3 dots out to the side. This is where history is at. So I can go here as well. So the @ history symbol takes me there, or the 3 dots. And if I go here to history, what's going to happen is the same thing that I saw before comes up like the same screen. So there's 2 different ways to go at it, by simply typing @ history or going to the 3 dots. Either way, taking you to the same location. But here, this time when I'm at this location, I'm going to click Clear Browser Data. So when I'm looking at this, there is the basic and there is advanced. I'm just simply, we're on advanced, that's what's highlighted in blue. Notice I can clear for the last hour, I can do last 24 hours, 7 days, 4 weeks, or all time. And it's going to clear what has been checkmarked. So I have a browser history of 38 items. I have not downloaded anything, my cookies and other site data. So the difference here is when you are looking at, let's go back here, cookies are what allow you to log back in quickly. Cached images and files, this is a lot of the pictures and locations that you might go to. And what this does is it allows faster loading. So if you clear the cookies and site data, chances are, if say you have a site, for example, Putnam County Library that I might go to often, what's going to happen is it's just going to take a little bit longer to load that site. So in other words, if you've recently in the last hour went somewhere that, you know what, I don't want the next person to be able to look through my history and see where I've been, I might just clear for the last hour. But if I want something cleared all time, it's going to cause a little bit longer loading speed, because if I clear my images and my files, that is what saves some of the time to load a website. So that is what you get when you go to your Google history, your cache, and your cookies. I hope you found this information helpful. Again, remember we have tech times available at all the branch locations as well as the main branch, and we can be found here on YouTube and providing you with different videos to help with your technology use. Hope you have a great week.